Hi, everyone. I'm Stuart, one of the librarians at Lindell Library. And today we're going to be focused on using Google Scholar to find research articles. To get to Google Scholar, actually what you're going to do, funny enough, is to just Google the word scholar. So you type it in your browser, just the word scholar. If you want the actual website address, it's scholar.google.com. And what you see is that it looks a lot like Google. If you're thinking about your research question and the keywords that you'd like to be putting in here, so I'll point your attention to a different tutorial that we have through the library in our tutorial section. You'll find that we have a whole tutorial specifically about keyword searching, so you might want to look at that first. Using Google Scholar with our keyword searching, I'm just going to remind you that using quotation marks is really important for a part of your research question that might have two or more words in it. You want to put those two words in quotation marks. What that does is it says that the word women has to come before the word CEOs in every result that comes back. So you want to think about doing that. If you had just one word, so we could add like burnout, for example, or we could add the word success. Words like that don't have to be in quotation marks. So another thing that I'll point out here is that you can put the minus sign in front of a word. So we could, for example, do marketing. All the results that have that word will not show up. We're going to run a search here and we're going to see what we get back. I probably want stuff that's a little bit more recent, so I'm going to do since 2016. When we look at the results that come back, you're going to see off to the right, there are a number of different ways that you can access this article. And I have trained Google Scholar so that it knows that I'm a student. Well, I'm not a student, but I'm a part of Augsburg University. To do that, go right up to the top left of the screen here. You're going to click on that top left part of the screen. You're going to go down to where it says settings. And from settings, we're going to go to where it says library links. And then we're going to search for Augsburg. You want Augsburg University, find it at Augsburg. You want to click that and then save. From then on, you're going to be able to see what we have through the library with this Find It at Augsburg button. So that's going to show up. So I recommend if you see that button next to a result, click on that. And what that's going to do is it's actually going to bring you into the library and all of the stuff that we have. And if we have full text available, and full text means electronic article that's available right away, you're going to click on where it says view full text. You're going to log in and you're going to agree. And there you see the article that we had clicked on in Google Scholar. Keep your eyes peeled for either PDF or full text. Sometimes it will show you a red symbol for a PDF, and it might be here, it might be there, it might be over there. You just have to look out for it. And if you have any trouble getting access to the article, you can let the library know. Sometimes, and I'll scroll down here a little bit, sometimes you won't see anything off to the right, and that doesn't mean you can't get access to this article. It just means that there's a little extra step you got to go through. And that's to click on this little arrow right here where it says more, and then you'll see available at Augsburg. It's actually not available at Augsburg right away. We still can get it for you. But what you're going to do is you see that there's no full text available. We don't actually see a link here. So we're going to request it through interlibrary loan. Now, I did record a separate tutorial for you that shows you how to do interlibrary loan. Once again, if you go to the library's website and you go to the tutorial section, there's actually a whole video on interlibrary loan. So I'm not going to show you how to do that in this video, but that is available to you. Two more things I'm going to point out to you. Number one is something that students really like, which is that if you click on this quotation mark, it'll actually generate the citation for you in a number of the major styles. You can copy that. I just want to warn you that it is a machine. It is just generating this automatically. So you have to know enough about the citation style in order to look at this and say, yeah, this looks right. Or no, something's wrong here, I need to fix it. So that's number one. The other thing that is really amazing about Google Scholar is you'll see here it says cited by 54, cited by 37. Google is able to map how many times this article has been cited by 54 others. And if you click on cited by 54, you'll actually see all of the articles that had cited the one that we just saw. You can generally assume that the 54 articles that cite this one are generally about the same thing, generally about the same topic. So it's an effective way at finding additional articles rather than just trying to do keywords. It actually connects you to something that is also of a similar subject. If you have any questions about how to use Google Scholar or really anything about research and using the library, what you want to do is you can use the chat service right here that is 24 hours a day. You can also contact a librarian specifically to reach out, or you can click on general contacts and just send us an email through the reference desk email account.